Hello and welcome back. Now, today I want to look at a program called Audemic. Now, if you work with research papers and you find it difficult sifting through all that information, or maybe just latch onto keywords and go through the paper looking for specific bits of criteria, this should help you because what it does is it doesn't just read back to you, it actually breaks it down into sections for you to access information, highlight, work with papers as well. So it's a really good option, and I like the fact it's so quick to use. So what I've done is I've only got the demo version to show you, so there'll be a few options that I won't be able to show you. But I've uploaded one. I've uploaded a PDF from Google Scholar, and this is what it's given me. It took about 4 minutes. Now it's asking me to check it out. Before I do that, click the three little dots ellipses. You can add a paper to a folder, edit the original title, or delete paper. So I'm going to leave it as law as microaggression and click check it out. Now it brings up these windows here on the left and on the right. I always go to the right first because you need to sort out your settings before you start. Now on the right here it's got metadata or highlights. Now I'll show you how to do the highlights in a minute because you need to highlight your paper, don't you, bits of information. Here's your source information underneath. And at the bottom here, I want you to select this option here. Background. So if you're happy with, I'm happy with a dark background, but you can do a light peach, yellow or blush. So I'm going to leave it on dark. Also, you can choose which font you want. Now they've got Open Dyslexic there, and you can see it's changed the font to make it a little bit easier to read. But I'm going to leave it on its original one default. Also at the bottom there, you've got the speed of the voice playback. So I'm going to leave it on 1, but you can drag that little slider there if you want to choose the preset one. So I'm going to click play so you can hear it play back.
Key statements. Minority people in the United
So that way it plays back for you. You can jump forward or jump back. Now we'll come to the right and close this and come to the left because this is where you got your paper navigation. Now at the top we've got the title of the paper, and underneath I've got key statements or summary. So I'm going to click summary.
The persistent shadow of bias in the
Click pause, and now it's giving me a summary of the paper, which makes it a little bit easier for you to jump into different sections and go over it if you want. But you might prefer key statements when you're looking for key information.
statements. Minority people in the
And again, we're now in key statements, and you can go all the way down looking at your key statements there, and you can see that it's listed it all underneath. So it just makes it a little bit easier to access information. Now bear in mind this is generated by AI. Now underneath we've got drag and drop to reorder sections. Now you might decide actually I'm going to look at section 3 first, the legal system, before I look at the other two sections. And that way you can tap on it and it'll take you straight there to that paper. But because I've got the demo version, it takes me back here. But if you have the full version, you should be able to access that. And we'll come back out of there and check it out again. So you've got that option there to work with. So you can put them in varying orders. Now if I scroll down, you can see at the bottom here we can reveal more sections. Again, I can't access that because I've got the free version, but you can actually access a lot more sections within that paper because papers can be hundreds and hundreds of pages. You're looking for bits of information as well. Now the other thing you might want to do is highlight stuff. So I'm going to highlight that paragraph and it's got a highlight. Tap on it. You see I've highlighted the text here. Now please make your first bold, so I could click plus and give that a name. I'll just call that fact 1 and click create. And I've got my highlighted bits of information. Now, as you're working with your paper on the right, you can come to your highlights and see your highlights here. I'll do one more. So I'm going to highlight that paragraph. And again, hit highlight. Got my first fact. I could add another fact there. I'll just call that fact 2, just as a demonstration, and click create. And you can see now I'm building up bits of information as I'm working along. And again, you can go through your whole paper, highlighting bits of information that you want, and close. So all that is accessible on the right here. You can always go back to metadata, original information if you want, but you've got those highlights to open and work with when needed. Now, I don't know if you can export it to Word, for example, or any word processor, because I've only got the demo version, so you'll have to see in the full version. But top left, if you want the original paper, click PDF and it will give you that original looking paper so you can see how it originally looked as we go down. I don't think you can highlight information, you can't, as you can see, and highlight it there when it's in the PDF format. So it's got to be broken down using OCR into these sections here, which you can highlight and then use the highlight option to add your notes if need be. And there you go. There's a quick look at Audemic. There's a lot more to it and versions, but it just gives you a quick overlay of how to use it. Thanks for watching.